Yeah. Prepare to be boarded. That was a warning. You're on Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. That's it. Down in Fogarty's Cove. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Yar, matey, we've got a caller. Let's see who is here now. Who's there? Oh, it's handsome Dr. McMoral Ethic Values calling to see if you wanted to handsome some of this pharmaceutical money I have in this briefcase here, chuckle. Mutual chuckle that we share. Matey. Yar. You bet all your Ontario lottery gambling winnings that I do. Hey, wait a second. And then... Hey, you're not really Dr. Ethical McHandsome McEthics McValues. You're just suicide cancer with a different name. Yar. Get your ass over here. I'ma kick it back to Hades. And then I play him a C and an F sharp sustained for 10,000 years at the lake of fire. I say, get behind me, Satan. I say, take the wheel, Jesus. I say, you got better guys than this. Where's your guy that cut the guy's ear off? Bring him in. You know what he's doing. David with his sling. I just talk words. I hope that helps. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. You're on Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty makes me thirsty. Yar. Yar, matey. Welcome back to the popular game show Trolling for Treasure on Fogarty's Cove. Tonight's guest is young Lita Riefenstahl and Adolf Hitler. On a different timeline, though, where he didn't go into politics. He got accepted to art school, though. So he's not upset. His life is relatively uneventful, except for this event here, where he's on, Trolling for Treasure on Fogarty's Cove. Now, young Adolf and Lita, you guys are common law, yes? Duh. Yar, matey, good to hear. Anyways, our first question, it's a trivia. The average human spends how much time kissing? Yar. Let's hear Adolf first. 9. Yar, excellent answer, matey. I'm not very consistent with the voices, am I? Yar, excellent, matey. A little bit shy, though. Lita, what do you think? Stand still, I have to get you in the shot. Yeah, that's cute, Lita. What are you guys making, some sort of art film? No, focus here, Lita. The question is how much time a human being spent on average kissing in their whole life? 300 years. Yar, matey, that's a winner. That's what we're looking for, I think. Or the other one. Or 9. 9 whatever that 9 what? You didn't specify it off, you just said 9. Or 300 years. What doesn't matter. Yeah, we were looking for 6 months. 9, 300 years, doesn't matter. That's fine. All right, our next question here. By the year 2025, how many federal employees in Canada will be making over $100,000 a year? Whoa, probably more than 3, Captain O'Dickens. The 3 of us here in the room in there. Hey, I'm not good at voices. to be Hitler. Correct or wrong or something. I don't know. It's not a very good formatted game show. Lita, what do you think? 140,000? That's oddly accurate, even though, this whole, since you guys are on the program, this whole thing must be happening somewhere, like, probably before 1940, before 1950 tops, if you buy that these guys made it out to Argentina. But this is a different timeline, though, for these guys up here. But even still, though, they didn't do the politics. Now they're just art people that happen to be on a game show. It's very specific. That's true. It's 140,000. You got it, Lita. That's exactly how many people up in Canada, bigger than about the size of... more than a fifth the size of the city of Hamilton out here making $140,000 a year. I don't know how much you guys made last year. It's a bit more than me, though. Also, tonight's show is brought to you by the MAID program. And also, it's brought to you by everyone what was mean during COVID. Now, I want to remind everyone that was mean during COVID that the MAID program is free. And though you can't sign up for another 14 months just because you have a mental disability, because by 2027 you'll be able to sign up to kill yourself with the MAID program just because you have a mental disability, which I think some of us argue we might just sign up because you have the disability. But that gets those numbers down, and that's what we're looking for. So if you guys wouldn't mind, just step through the MAID program on your way out, because we're trying to drop the numbers, I think. Thanks for being on the program, young Lita and Adolf. I'd like to thank our sponsors, MAID program, and general poor values, poor ethics, Ontario Lottery, gambling. But I want to thank my homies. They're having us a good time up here. Let's check us out. Cuckolds and Nancy's alike. People aren't very good at too much. I want to thank did I mention that we were thanking the MAID program there? I want to thank, no one really sometimes. Sometimes we don't thank anyone at all. But we really want to become involved with what's going on. We get placed in a position where traditionally people just say it's script. And they're thankful to be part of being thankful, but knowing that we got over 140,000 government employees making $100,000 a year makes me really want to, makes me randy, It just makes me want to get to the mothers and firstborns of people that have more than me and ask them to share it on camera so that their children for generations can see why things are the way they are now in the future. Yeah. Here's some music, probably. I like to do the music often. Like, I want to answer that. I don't know where tune's at. I like this part. It's just ringing. Can I ask, for the love of God, or not God, maybe Satan's eternally long and red steaming piping hot rod, who the fuck's charging NSF fees out here? And passive incomes too. I saw a joint downtown across from City Hall that was for rent. Like, how the fuck do you own something and rent it? Like, you're either not using it, hence no longer the steward of it. Like, what's the longest you're gonna own something? It's not for rent by owner, it's for steward by steward. That's the most we have on earth. Steward it for what, 11 decades tops? Champ and get buried with it? No, you don't. So I gotta ask, what the fuck's NSF fee? Doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't seem evil enough to try to get money off of poor people when we could probably be trying to get it off of unborn children and people that are just either just about to die or already dead. There's gotta be a way to get at them and get some fees out of them. Because I just don't think poor people is evil enough. This could be more evil than that. We should focus on that if that's our goal. Not beat around the bush about it. Anyways, I'd like to thank the Safe and Sound for putting this up, and the O-Share, because in the 10 years I've spent up in Grey County, that's the closest thing I think I've seen to something civil and that works with a central access pile. No, it's not perfect, but those folks down there doing God's work, and they're the closest thing to anyone around here that can say that. And I say that wholeheartedly as a member of one of the churches, seeing some of the people involved with the hospital in the church, which I think, well then, lady, can you teach me one word of Hebrew then, if you've been on sabbatical? No, she can't. So I think Safe and Sound, O-Share, gotta thank those guys, been up 10 years. You just heard me go on about Nazis and how I'm not thankful for anything. But I am thankful for them. And I want that to be known. I don't know how far it's gonna reach. Can you hear me? Hey, go home, stop listening. Well, you listen, this show's awful. Stop listening, do something better. Anyways, yeah, matey, you're on Fogarty's Cove. Yeah. Fogarty's Cove. Yeah. Yeah. Prepare to be boarded. That was a warning. You're on Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove. That's it. Down in Fogarty's Cove.